reflected in the occupant's eyes as the bottle fell in slow motion. Bullseye. The bottle exploded, the roar of the flames echoing under the fort, the choppy waves illuminated by the glorious orange clouds. The men on the boat yelped and dove into the water as the raft shriveled in the flames, spun in a few circles, and then sunk limply into the abyss. The smell of burned plastic hung in the air, and the trespassers clung helplessly to the rough concrete pillars, trying to protect their heads from the chunks of metal and wood raining down from above. As the waterlogged invaders were picked up by their comrades and taken back to shore, Michael smiled a huge smile. He was Prince of the Sea. He had kicked their asses, and he couldn't wait to tell his dad. A burning boat is only the prelude to the adventure, intrigue, and family togetherness that would play out on Ruff's Tower for a half-century. Michael defended the fort with the same fervor one might a homeland, and that's because it eventually was. Roy Bates saw opportunity in the fort when he took it over, and he realized the scope of that opportunity would be even greater with the authority of statehood. And so, on September 2nd, 1967, Ruff's Tower became the Principality of Sealand, the world's newest and smallest country. Roy became Prince Roy, his wife Princess Joan, and Michael and his sister Penelope, Prince and Princess. The normal trappings of statehood soon followed, including coins, stamps, passports, a flag, and a constitution. The Sealanders would be joined by many proud citizens over the years, a cast of adventurers, rogues, conmen, and cypherpunks, all happy to call the Principality home and go head-to-head with the British government. Sealand has now been around for more than 50 years, longer than Dubai has been in existence, as Prince Michael points out. This book is a chronicle of the Principality's storied history, from its pre-Sealand days as a claustrophobic military redoubt to an experiment in nation-building that has inspired micronations on every continent. Our life has been rich in adventure. You cannot imagine all that took place on Sealand, Princess Joan said. For starters, there have been weddings, battles, attempted coups, and a half-marathon run on the fort. The Principality served as an offshore data haven, challenging internet laws that had yet to be written. The Principality's legal claims have delighted scholars of international law, while others view Sealand as a social experiment on how we might conduct ourselves when climate change forces us to live at sea in water-worldian floating enclaves. Athletes have been proud to compete in the Principality's name, and a Sealand flag even made it to the summit of Mount Everest. But like any nation, there have been numerous challenges to the Principality's leadership. Forged Sealand passports have been used in crimes all over the world, and lurking in the shadows is a bizarre exile government of quasi-Nazi mystics vying to harness a mystical energy called Vril. Maintaining Sealand introduced enormous amounts of stress and financial hardship to the family, and led many to wonder why anyone would hold on to the rusting maritime heap. But the endeavor has been a unique cause to rally around, one that has drawn the Bates family closer together. The story of Roy and Joan Bates is one of storybook devotion, a powerful romance filled with ups and downs and schemes and theatrics. The family now boasts a fourth generation of Sealandic royalty, youngsters that have yet to throw firebombs at invading boats, but whose lives will no doubt hearken the example set by their feisty forebears. At its very core, the story of Sealand is an inspiring tale of daring and self-determination in a world of homogeneity, a quixotic adventure that has accomplished more than even Roy Bates thought possible. Defending themselves from imperial governments and rapscallion usurpers, Sealanders have always managed to come out on